Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and we're gonna do a makeup tutorial. Yay! Y'all have to bear with me because this is my first one, and just doing stuff. But I'm starting off with the P. Louise eyeshadow base in rumor number 5 and rumor number 2. I like to mix the two because rumor number 5 is just a little too dark for me. Like I like to have a brighter base for my eyeshadows to pop a little bit. And we're going to be doing a purple cut crease look today. So I'm excited and keep watching. Okay, so at this point, you guys are going to see me have like a flat eyeshadow brush that I'm just packing it on with and kind of carving my brows out with. But I'm just packing it on, and then I switched to like a fluffy blending brush to kind of blend out the edges and smooth it out a little bit. And you're also going to see me take that blending brush to kind of buff out any creases I'm going to have later on before I start the eyeshadow process, because you got to blend out the creases or it's just going to look a mess. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the 35D Desert Bouquet palette from Morphe. And I'm going to take Rich Clay and I'm going to pack that into my crease with like a dense eyeshadow brush. Yeah, just pack it in the crease. And it's going to look a little messy. I was trying to keep it as clean as I could while I was, putting in my crease. But it's okay because we're going to take, some more eyeshadows and buff out the edges and blend it out really, really good. So bear with me, y'all. I know it look a mess sometimes, but we're going to get through it. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of Rich Clay mixed with Phoenix Flora, and we're going to start to blend out the edges little by little. Like, you're going to see me pick up, a little bit at a time and just keep working it in around the edges and blend it out in little circles. That way I can just try to smooth it out as much as possible and get a seamless blend. And that way, we got something going on, y'all. We got something going on. Also, I did my other eye off camera, and as I watched it back, I realized I probably should have just did one eye at a time, but it's okay because we live and we learn. Okay, so now what I'm taking is the P. Louise base number 2, rumor number 2. I'm taking a little bit more of that on the back of my hand with a flat brush, and I'm going to start carving out my crease for the cut crease. So I put a little bit on my lid and, look up, and then I just follow the shape of where the eyeshadow touches the top of my lid and just carve it out from there. Now I'm going in with this Revlon So Fierce little eyeshadow palette, and I'm mixing the purple color with this single eyeshadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills and Pink Champagne. And I'm just kind of packing both of those mixed together on the lid. And then I went in with some setting spray because I felt like I wanted to be a little bit more metallic-y. I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it just looked kind of dry to me, and I didn't appreciate it. So I damped my brush a little bit with some setting spray and went back in over it to make it look a little bit, more metallic, more shiny. And here's when you guys see me take the setting spray and spray a brush really quickly and, move on. Also, yeah, I took some more of that, is it Rich Clay, I think? and I put some in the outer corner where my cut crease ends at to try to, you know, smooth out the edges a little bit. And then I'm just going in with a Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner and doing a wing. And for my foundation, I mix a combination of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 360 and the Juvia's Place Eye Magic foundation in Acra. And I know it looks a little dark. It does look dark, but my face is a lot lighter than my body, so I like my foundation to match my body. And then I just go in with my concealer to kind of, you know, make everything look a little bit, yeah, you see my face? Yeah, I look crazy. I know I do. But the concealer kind of balances everything out when it's blended, so it doesn't look, you know, it don't look so crazy, y'all. I promise it don't. Okay, so usually I don't cream contour, but I decided to try to do it today. So I took the Juvia's Place, the stick foundation. I don't know what it's called, but the color is Sakoto. And I decided to use that to kind of contour my face before I went in with powder and, you know, powder contour and stuff like that. So I tried that out. I don't really know if I like it, but it was okay. And I contour a lot around my forehead. I do. I have a big forehead. So, you know, trying to shrink it down just a little bit. So I like to use contour around my forehead, you know, have my cheek, my jawline, and I contour my nose as well. So I use the cream contour, you know, in all those areas. And then after I set my face with powder, then I go in with my powder contour, because I find that when I do, it blends way smoother than it would if I didn't set those areas. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Concealer in Deep Olive, and I'm gonna put it under my eyes, you know, my forehead, nose, my chin. And I also laid a little bit of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, well, not foundation, concealer by NYX in the shade Caramel, I don't know, however you say it, on top, and just blended that out with my sponge. And I had to spray my sponge just a little bit because, I don't know, it just dried up on me. So I had to do what I had to do to get it done. And the sponge that I'm using here is from e.l.f. And I actually really like the sponge. I like it. I don't know, sometimes when I clean it, I feel like some stuff that I use on it just completely dries it out. So I guess it's because it absorbs stuff really well. So whatever product I use kind of just stays in the sponge and dries it out, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but I do really like it though. I apologize for my son in the background. But yeah, now I'm taking the Wet n Wild translucent setting powder, and I'm setting all the areas where I apply concealer. And for the rest of my face, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in medium deep to set the rest of my face. I just like the way it looks better. I feel like sometimes translucent powder can look a little too harsh. So I actually really like that. And for my bronzer, well, I contour with it, but it's the Juvia's Place I don't know. It's a contour palette in deep dark. And I really love this contour palette. I love the colors in it. It's like my go-to. And yep, I love it. And as you can see, I'm taking my contour and I'm going over all the areas where I applied like the cream contour at. So just making sure those areas look extra sharp and look nice like they're supposed to, you know? Okay, for my blush, I'm using this Juvia's Place The Berries palette. And I don't know, I have blushes, but I've really been into using eyeshadows lately because I just love how bright they are and how pigmented they are. And I feel like sometimes my blushes aren't. Maybe I need to buy some different ones. But yeah, and then I'm spraying my face with the Anastasia, the Dewy setting spray. And I think it smells like peaches. I think it's peaches, mangoes. I don't know what this is on the bottle, but it smells really, really good. And then I went in with a little bit of the Hard Candy Longwear setting spray afterwards. I wanted it to be a little bit of a dewy look. I normally keep my face matte, but I just wasn't feeling it today. And for my highlighter, I am using a Makeup Revolution highlighters. It's Soph X. I guess they have like a collab. And the highlighter palette is Honey Glaze, and it is by far my favorite highlighter at the moment. It's so good, it's so creamy, it's so pigmented, and I love the colors in it. I love it. You'll see me hold it up toward the camera a little bit later when I'm doing my inner corner, but yeah, it's definitely my favorite highlighting palette or highlighter period at the moment. And I apply my highlighter to the top of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my chin. Those are the areas where I usually highlight. Okay, for my brows, I am using a angled brush with the spoolie on the end from Morphe. But I use the Makeup Revolution Brow Sculpt Kit in dark brown. I really, really like it because it has a cream, a powder, and I think it has like a wax to keep your brows in place. And I mixed the cream and the powder and then just fill my eyebrows in. I did my other brow off camera, and now I'm going in with mascara. And for my mascara, I'm using the Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oreal. And I really like this mascara. I like how dark it is. I feel like it, you know, coats my eyelashes really, really well. And I have really difficult eyelashes because they grow downwards, and it's really irritating. But this mascara works really, really well. So... And then for my lashes, I use the I Envy lashes. They're the natural 3D lashes in number 12. I kind of wish I had used some bigger lashes, but these were the first ones that I grabbed, and they worked for the look. Now for the lips, I am using a Morphe lip liner in the color Trendsetter. It's a dark brown, and I really, really, really like using dark brown lip liners for a lot of the lips that I do use when I do my makeup. And I switch between different ones, but this one is kind of one of my favorite. It's really, really creamy. It's really smooth. And yes, my son is in the background again. But yeah, I really, really, really like this color, and I like this lip liner, so that's what I am using today. See, I told you we was gonna get there, y'all. We are getting there. The look is almost done. Okay, for the gloss, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss in the color Kristen. I got it at Ulta for a rewards a while ago, and since I got it, it's really been one of my favorites when I'm doing a glossy lip in general. I love it. It's more on the nude side, so I am going to put another gloss over it, which is the LA Colors High Shine Shea Butter Lip Gloss in the color Doll Face. It has more of a pinky, you know, tone to it, which is why I wanted to use it. I wanted to look to be, you know, have a little bit more pink in it. So I took that, and I really like this gloss too. It was the first time using it, and I love it. So now I'm taking that same translucent powder and I'm using it to carve out under my contour a little bit. And truthfully, I don't like to do this too much. Or if I do, like, you'll see me go over it with the brush that I use to set my face. The brush that still has a little bit of the Laura Mercier medium deep setting powder on it, because I like it to not be so harsh. So I'm going to go over it with that, and then I'm going to use my contour brush to kind of blend out the edges a little bit more. I just don't like that really harsh line. Okay, so this is where you see me take that powder brush that I used all over my face and start to kind of wipe away that powder a little bit more. And then, you know, I grab my contour brush and I kind of blend out the line where the contour ends and the translucent powder starts, just so it's a smoother transition. So at this point, I thought I was done, and then I remembered that I did not put mascara on my lower lash line, and I didn't do my inner corner highlight. So I'm taking that same mascara and adding a little bit to my lower lashes, even though I, you know, barely have any. And I'm using the same highlighting palette that I'm going to show you guys, and I'm just adding the inner corner highlight. And then I completed my look. Yay, I'm proud of me. So, you see the colors? Oh my God, I love it. It's my favorite. So now the look is complete, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. I will be posting more makeup tutorials soon.